Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and we're finally here with the draft battles. This time it's gonna be me and Jotun. And yeah, let's just talk a bit about how things will go like before we actually get into the battle. So yeah, these I'm gonna show you on screen right now. So these are our potential team candidates, like that we can use to make our teams with. So yeah, let me just pop this up real quick. Yeah, loading. I'm gonna just recite them off the top of my head while wait. So yeah, I've got Megalobite, I've got Blizzion, Halcyon, Arcta. I've also got a Blobby. Um, I have a Mooby. I've got the Embavel, uh, Squidma, Swarmy, and who else haven't I mentioned? Yeah, Yuka Claw. And Jotun has Atlanta Toravolt, Octotal, Articram, DC, Crypeak, I think that is. Crybeast, yeah, Crypeak. He's got the Fipio, the Molbash, the Makinja, and that is the Bobby second stage. That is what we can build our teams out of. Jotun, what do you think about this matchup?
I think you're gonna
Yeah,
like my team, but I'm definitely banking on you just not bringing something for it to work.
damn. All right. I okay. So I have a very interesting strategy in mind, and I don't want to spoil it, but basically it
No, please spoil it.
if it doesn't work, it's all over for me basically. Um,
It's all on Swarmy.
I don't know. Maybe I've got a glass cannon instead. You wouldn't know. Anyway, yeah, these are some of the other teams of the other guys. Somehow, out of everyone, I've got the worst matchup with Jotun. I can run both Heatwave and Rain, but he doesn't really have any mons that can like be hit by any of those. He's got like two water types. He's got the Molbash and no, not a Blobby. What was the second stage again? Uh,
Which
multi.
one?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
a
you
multi.
got multi.
Yeah, but he's also got like electrics and ice types. So basically, there's no real place for me to put in weather. Compared to something like, I don't know, let's say Gucci. Like half of his team is weak to water. Like I could definitely just run a rain team, but I mean I could also maybe just do something with a heat wave, like unexpectedly, like try to use his Ash Club's heat wave for myself or something. You know, um, there's a bunch of things that could happen, and I'm not really sure about them. But yeah, you just have to jump in, however nervous I may be, and try to get as much experience from this match as possible, and hopefully even win. However unlike that may be. Anyway, Jota, you haven't even said hi. Oh no.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah,
You know
it
what?
just
I'm here to have fun, and even if I win or lose, I'm gonna have a fun time doing it.
ah, nice. It felt wrong to not hear that voice at the beginning of the video, so I had to complete it here. Anyway, so which one will you start getting ready for the battle? Also, I am a bit sick, so please pardon me if I cough a bit during the match. All right.
No, you're chilling. You should be chilling.
It seems that we cannot record it during the battle, and we cannot have a voice chat during the battle. We're gonna have to like settle to like have one after. My
Okay.
keeps crashing too much, so yeah,
I mean, we
we're
can
gonna
just do like a little
yeah
post, a little
yeah,
post interview afterwards instead.
and you can get in my mind during the actual battle. Yeah, I can't hear your voice and start doubting my decisions.
Ooh.
You know, maybe you
Oh.
just like maybe you just like keep asking about my sets. I wonder, does your X Coromon have X move? And based on my reaction, you might figure out what I have. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the correct recording, and then we'll just go into the battle. Code 6v6 as always.
Yeah, usual.
Anyway, so bye bye until after the match.
I
Alright, okay. Articram comes in, of course, as always. I'm gonna again just keep bashing him with a soul crush or two. I see nails. And now let's see. Okay. So what I can do right now is I can bring in my guy here. Oh no. Intensifies. I can also just start setting up with my thingies here. Anyway, he is running out of SP. I am expecting an octotal switch, but anyway, you know, come on, switch. So yes, I am faster, of course. He just rests. Damn. Anyway, from what I've seen, he would like to switch to Torah Volt now. Maybe. Come on. Torah Volt, DC. Nah, the wrong one, huh? His entire team is very physically bulky, though. It's definitely annoying, you know. Purifying grounds, of course. Let's see. All right. I do wonder how things will turn out here. That did very little, of course. Now in comes the Atlantern. Let me just check how much damage I do. Yes, the usual no damage. You see Revitalizer, he does not have a Revitalizer gem. Now, Spectrolatis. Now is the perfect time to now Omega. Okay. Anyway, yeah. All in, of course. Total. All in. Except it does nothing. So, he might be fast. So I'm gonna do this. And if he decides he wants to poison me, you know, actually I am especially invested. So this shouldn't be too big of a deal for me. I have quite a bit of special defense. Atlanta. Sting. Oops. Ouch. Yeah, I bet that hurt, didn't it? Oh yeah, Spectral Lattice is gone now, huh? But you still want to do things, don't you? I haven't really done too much yet. You know, he's just gonna keep switching in. Now. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I've got a plan of sorts. Okay. I'm not to side if he uses side. No side swap, huh? Hmm. All right. Show me. Articram. Yes. Twilight has ended, and I can again with Spectralatis. Anyway, you're now just just a free switch into my Raffaello. Unless he has head bash. If he has that, then I'm kind of cooked, you know. You know, what is this? Oh, yeah, it's inner peace. Anyway, yeah, inner peace. Me too. Don't have head bash. Don't have head bash. Don't have head bash. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, his next mon will indeed have what do you call it? His next mon might definitely be Octotal. Um, and I should definitely just test the waters real quick. So who's gonna be coming in? Is he just gonna do like the no switching in? Faint spurts, how much? Yes, okay, of course. No! No! You monster, you monster. I can't believe you just did all that. I Nah. Okay. This strategy was a bit iffy, but no, I I did expect just a bit more, you know. In comes the Octotal. Not Fibio. Hmm. Let's see. So I basically whatever happens, I don't KO. But oh yeah, he does actually KO. Yeah, man. Rip. This is. If only I had something to like change the weather. Man, he just has too much weather control. So I'm just screwed. Again, do I try to? You think like I'm just gonna switch to? Nah, nothing. Just bubble blower. Huh? What? What's that Fibio? Nah. Okay. Wow. I'm. I okay. I've lost both of my win conditions, and yeah, it's just time to forfeit the match. Okay. That is. All right, so that was uh, I was not prepared for that. Okay,
Were you not prepared for the frog?
no, 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 no. You know, to be honest, my plan with Houndos was to just like sacrifice it to Enu's what do you call it? Enu's what's the Destiny Bond thingy? Use the Destiny Bond thingy against Molbash, so that my Embavel would have what do you call it? He wouldn't just get killed by the priority. Because of all of your other guys are special, so it would just like set up a bit with inner peace, you know. But
Mhm.
well, you know, you know, also for the what do you call it, for the Articram, you know, I was very much hoping you didn't have head bash, but I don't know why you wouldn't. No, during the recording, I kept chanting, "Don't have head bash, don't have head bash," and then when I saw that you thought you like used intensifies instead, I was kind of like relieved, you know. Okay, okay, I'm safe. And the truth be told, I also had body blast, and with lucky, and I had also the gem that makes like super effective hits give more damage. So along with that, I would have done
Okay.
quite a considerable bit, and I would have
I will
used that
say,
like
I will say, I did spec Arctogram to be able to tank
swarming.
lucky body blasts.
Nah, no way. It's, okay, damn, damn. Wow.
And it has spiked body and Kawano Rock.
Yeah, I am aware of the spiked body in Kibano Rock. But yeah, anyway, the attack turtle was just really annoying, bro. I couldn't do anything with swarming with it. And
Wait, the Octodle?
yeah, I turtle with like the dark atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the unprecedented Fibio sweep. Like, bro. Uh,
We're getting content today.
Fibio sweep
Vivia's
again.
bio, baby.
The thumbnail is just Fibio, and he's just looking down on my entire team. I was not exactly prepared for how things wouldn't go to my calculations. Like basically nothing I had thought of before the match actually happened. You know, my whole team was banking on me taking care of that mole bash, but you didn't even bring it. So
No.
my whole plan was just kind of shattered. I think this is definitely a very important lesson for future draft battles. I am also not beating
And
the worst
yeah.
allegations, which is gonna be
No, like
framed
half
in
the
the second
time I
round.
was thinking about just like swapping somebody for Mobash. And I'm like, no, Mobash is so good into his team. But like it was either Molbash and I had to get just destroyed by Ukaclaw, or I'd bring in Lantern and get destroyed by everything else. But see, when I was team prepping, um, I was really concerned about like Pista Ukaclaw because most of my team is like pretty slow, apart from Octodle, and no matter what, you wouldn't be able to outspeed that. So Peace is actually a really good or Peace would look really really nice on Mr. Krabs. That's what I was concerned about.
You know, I had thought about bringing like a more of a rain team, which just your Tora Volt and DC combo was just quite just kind of scary, you know. No matter how fast
Mhm.
Yuka Claw is, he can't beat the priority, and his special defense
Exactly.
is he would get
Abysmal.
he would have gotten wrecked by the Fibio. Uh, yeah, okay. I am so
I will
oh,
say, I am
yeah.
surprised by how much your Swarmy's Sting did to Ed Lantern.
What? Do you have like extra physical invest, like 200 defense?
Yeah, no, I have exactly 200 defense plus hard headed.
Hard-headed, but what you call it? That
So I had
half.
300 defense.
You need hard-headed plus for the defense boost, don't you?
No, you just need hard headed plus.
Nah, damn. Wow. Still okay.
So I was rocking
That's
out with effectively 300 defense, and that
I
still
I
did like a quarter.
I did
Get
like
this
36.
disgusting move out of here.
Yeah, but I wasn't even with the
The
all in
all
yet.
in too.
Yeah, your Octotl was just really annoying, because you would bring in Octotl, and then I can't get rid of it because you just bring in Atlantan right after. I should have brought Cleaning Wind instead of like the drowsy, because
Mm.
I had the sand, what do you call it? Uh,
Sandman.
Yeah, Sandman. I had Sandman in because I was sure that I was sure that it would be like useful, and it was actually pretty useful because it makes you take 1.5 less damage, and it also like makes you like deal less damage. So it's a good stat debuff for something as like volatile as Wormy. When I can't stop all
Yeah.
in, a drowsy is better than nothing. But still,
Mm.
no matter what I did, you just brought in Oxotl and then Atlanta. And there wasn't really any counterplay I could bring. Um,
I mean, for the Embivol, I constantly had to scout to see if you brought Heatwave.
brought Heatwave. I what do you
Because
call it?
if I
Like,
switch in Octodle and you just click Heatwave, you effectively just win the game.
that is actually a very good strategy. I'm gonna use that for future reference. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the type of thing I have to deal with for Gucci's team of just regular Volcadon and the sun already being up via Ashclops.
Okay. Yeah. But that setting up Heatwave with your own Embavol is just a million IQ. Uh, I'll definitely be using that. Um, Still though, like, well, when I was prepping, I had this general idea of what your team could be and what it did, and then when I came in, just everything just felt so alien. Like every single thing I had thought of before was just like thrown out the window, and
Wait,
yeah,
what were you expecting me to bring?
I well, yeah, Atlanta, of course, Toravolt DC, and the Articra maybe because of my water types. Who else do you have even? Of course, Molbash, as I said before, and then
Mhm.
who would be your fifth team member? Who else did you have? Let me just check again. Uh, no, I was maybe expecting Makinja, or yeah, um, yeah, or you do kind of throw in curveballs, so I was expecting Makinja, or maybe a surprise Molbash. No, not Molbash, but like the multi. The Octopus wasn't really on my mind much.
Really?
Yeah, but for some reason, even though it's kind of like very important against my
Your
team.
setup Coromon. It's like
Yeah,
the only it's really one of two ways I deal with setup. Because Atlantard's just bulky enough to not really care on the physical side, and on the special side, it just doesn't matter.
I should have bought Clearing Wind
You really
on
should
tourney.
have.
Yeah, but
Should have.
you know, I'm getting all these new set ideas from all of these like very weird like matchups, but they're all like they all just feel so natural. I've got the perfect GIF. Not a GIF, but we just send you the image. Where is it? Where are you? I'm just feeling like this emoji right now. Not this emoji, but like this this video. Like all the info just suddenly getting cramped into my brain, and I'm just thinking of more and
It's the
more ways I
post
can.
test brain. The post test brain. Where like you
Yeah, bro.
remembered just exactly what the answers were, and you're like, nah.
Wow. You know, I said before that I'm gonna use this to like learn as much as possible about the drafts and like, about possible sets. But this exceeded my every expectation, even in the learning department. I was not expecting to learn about these forbidden strategies. Heatwave Volcadon, clearing Wind Swarmy to get rid of the Octotl. You know,
No, like
Hard-headed Plus,
literally
Atlantern.
anything.
Uh,
You want to know what my Fibio was?
yeah, sure, tell me.
So my Fibio, so it has 13 HP investment, and that's all of the bulk it has. It has 47 speed to get it to 112, and that's just enough to outspeed anything with with no speed investment.
Okay.
And then the rest was literally just dumped on special attack.
Do you want to know something?
It also has Unip fruit. That was its item.
Oh yeah, but by the way, my Swarmy had 111 speed.
It had what?
111 speed.
Let's go! Video tech!
Uh, my whole team either had 111 or 112.
The Fibio tech!
This is just unreal, you know. I may be losing, but I'm definitely not sad over the loss. This is peak content. I've got a Luna Pop run, which is also peak content, but this another form of peak, you know. This is like let's go! Oh my god! How that happened? Yeah,
But,
it's just
so I was really concerned about Houndrion just being like an attacker with Overcharger. So it has Unip fruit and Quicksand. And if it was a physical attacker, I have just enough HP to always live a Power Talons from full, and then basically KO it back with two Quicksands.
mm, Quicksand is kind of busted though. I mean,
What's even funnier is
yeah.
that I didn't even calc the Fibio for just no speed. It was just to outspeed a Houndrion at -1 by 1 point. And he
Mm,
just so happens to land on 111.
damn. You know, I myself had plenty of prep. You know, I had the anti Molbash strat. I had the sheer tooth is very good because all of their movesets, you know, I can optimize exactly for your team. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
had the I had a bubble blower for the ball bash. You know, I had the soul crush. I had the splash, the purifying grounds. You know, and I wasn't really upset if you had like side swap on Atlanta to purify
Oh yeah,
your
yeah,
own
yeah. I
grounds.
have side swap.
Yeah, I wasn't really upset about that because I don't really have too many like status moves. I've
No,
got
but
a
I could have
drowsy and
side swapped the hazards in case you set up hazards on me, and
uh,
if you did your spectral lattice.
Actually, when I was in with movie in the beginning, I established spectrolatis, and I was expecting you to switch it around, and then I would like bring in Swarmy and stuff all in, but you just kind of like kept splashing and just bought it on top, and I just lost. Did you understand any?
It,
Did you understand any of that?
oh yeah, no, I understood.
Okay, okay.
I just kept splashing my little water.
I wonder if I'll ever beat you in a draft. We find a
I mean,
4v4
hey,
and
I did fumble on one turn with Octodle, and I was
oh
clicking
yes.
Scary Vision on the Swarmy.
I was a bit surprised, but Stormy has decent special defense. I wasn't really too worried. I mean, it was super drain. I had plenty of HP. I didn't think you would like to do anything too major.
No.
Also, bro, I
Hmm.
I should have used like the gem that like ignores the weather, on Swarmy.
Broom Gem?
Yeah, the broom gem. Like but basically my
Sorry,
entire
no,
last 10.
no, that's Nullifier Rock. It's Nullifier Rock that ignores weather.
Oh yeah. But basically my entire downfall was from not predicting a cuddle and spending everything on the wall bash.
Mulbash, yeah.
Okay.
What
Why
item were you? Were you Rubber Rock?
I was pomo fruit.
So I could have just swapped in my RAM, and you would have just 30% every time.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah, but the pomo fruit it does a considerable amount of damage. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't have
My
you wouldn't have been left unscathed in any way. And after that, I would have
my
just like
Octodle is defense investment,
how much do you have?
like max.
Max, that still isn't a lot.
It's
It's
quite
probably
literally max.
yeah, it's probably like 100, maybe 110, 120 maybe. He's really quite fair on the physical side.
It's 125 defense max. Sorry,
Okay,
it's
okay,
no, it's 127. 127.
okay.
It's pretty frail, but it's just enough to be like considerably bulky, especially against normal type moves.
Too bad I have Sting. Yeah,
Too bad I forgot to just. Too bad I just did not use Toxic Cloud instead of Scary Vision.
yeah. But I did have the ground set that remove your status, so I wasn't really too worried about that. I didn't really have Zenkir on any of my team really because I was just trusting in Megalobite.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you brought Megalobite, honestly.
Why? Because you've got 2 electrics and 4 ice types.
Horrible DC, Ram. Like, my team, like, my Coromon aren't exactly very hospitable to water types.
Yeah, but Megalobite is just really good,
I can do Makinja with like
the
Sugar
Sword Fruit
Rush.
and yes, Sugarash or
Yeah.
Fruit. But still, I've got the movie to help with that. But also, Megalobite is just very, very versatile. And basically, he's got infinite coverage anyway. So he just kind of
Yeah,
like
no,
you
for
can
sure.
slap him on any team, and especially in the draft where I can see your team and I can check for the moves beforehand. I Megalobite is just. I'm pretty sure he'll be carrying me throughout the other 2 matches too. He's
Hmm.
just good. He's just like at Lantern, but a bit different. He doesn't have the hard-headed plus, but he's got the fully
No,
rested. He's got
Atlantern
the
absolutely can do whatever it wants. If it needs to be a physical attacker, it'll be a physical attacker. If it needs to be a special attacker, it's a special attacker. If it needs to be a physical wall, it's a physical wall. If it wants to try to be a special wall, it can try to be a special wall. The only thing it can't do is be fast. That's about it.
Acre Atlantan with Streamline.
I had
Actually
to
he's
get
got Streamline.
Streamline. Never mind.
He's got Streamline
It
and,
can literally do
wait,
whatever it wants.
he's got Streamline and Crystal Shot, so he can
Yeah,
go
it can
both
literally do
physical
whatever it
and
wants.
special. Damn,
No,
he's
no, it can do. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Like it's just better splatter. That's what it is.
yeah.
God.
Damn. If I had the nullifier rock on on me, this would have all gone very differently. You know, but I didn't, and I paid the price. So yeah.
I mean, hey,
No. I'm
we had
hoping the
fun.
other two matches don't. Yeah, I'm hoping the other two matches don't go like this. Like the answers after the test.
hmm One
Yeah,
thing I'm super
but
surprised by is that you didn't bring Blizzian.
um, I mean, you had like you might have had two ice types, but what do you call it? I feel like you just had too many switches against Blizzy, and you had like the Mole Bash and the Arctic Crab, and even the Crypeak. It just felt like it wouldn't be doing too much, to
Crypeak
be
fully
honest.
rested plus.
And it also has SmackDown, so yeah.
Man, I'm
Anyway,
disappointed. I don't even get to use my team for Yoshi.
yeah, yeah, Yoshi would have been a free win. His team was just kind of like weird.
Yeah.
No more pilot records for me. Only fighting the other top three guys, and then I'm surprised when I lose.
But hey, yeah. This was fun. This was fun.
Yeah, it definitely was.
The content of the Fibio sweep that is unmatched.
Yeah, it's
I know Gucci was memeing about like if I get a sweep with Fibio, it would actually be really funny.
no way, no way. Damn. Oh yeah, I'm also supposed to fight Gucci today, actually. Uh,
I need to make my team for him. That's what I need to do.
Man,
I already know what it's going to be revolved around, and it's going to be mixed Makinja
mixed Makinja.
with like Sugar Rush. So like I do Sugar Rush, have it with Sapo, and then do like a physical move, and then just have like Spark Disc as a side.
Okay. You know, I'm kind of worried now about the Gucci fight because your teams in my mind were both kind of similar in a way. Like both were just like hanging on by one single Coromon, and if I managed to beat that Coromon, I would like win. And it was like this small bash, and he also has like the Decibite, which can go against my Swarmy. So you know, my work strategy
It's
revolved
not the
around.
worst against your Swarmy. All it really does is that if he brings it in, you just get the defense drops.
The what? The defense drops.
Oh no. You also just you not only do you get the defense drops, you only go up to +2 instead of +4.
I think the biggest thing is I what do you call it? I think the biggest thing is that he doesn't like if you bring us in, you know, he ignores stat boosts, so it doesn't really matter what.
I forgot it does that. But yeah. I don't want to spill too many secrets.
Yes, I left again. Um. Anyway, so yeah, he ignores this my stat boost, so it isn't a matter of my trait getting disabled or anything. He just ignores my stat boost. Even a +4 for me still does the damage of a +0. So yeah.
Hmm.
And so I was going to use like the drowsy strat on him too. You know, drowsy transcending does like 40%, and I was just kind of like whittle him down like that. And of course he has the canon fruit, so I might have like uh done something for that. You know, like collect it. So I would exactly go around it with yeah. I'm not exactly sure yet. Anyway, all I know is my Gucci team and my Sky Armor team needs to be redone with this new info I have. Well,
As of right now, he literally has what you brought, but better.
yeah, you know, yeah, he shot a blobby and Bavel that I'm not from Walmart, and
He has the Ash Clubs. He has Volcadon. He has Beezle.
Chiraptor, Mudma, no, not Mudma, Swampa. He also has the yeah, but still he's very weak to water, so you know,
Yeah, which is why I was going to do like the Sugar Rush splatter, since the unaware doesn't really matter from speed boosts.
yeah,
Because then I can just go splatter, 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 splatter for
yeah,
half of the team. The things that eat splatters really well, Swampa, Shimshell, I can use Spark Disc for, since they'll
and
still
then
get the 3 damage. And
and
as for Crybeast, well, I just have Smackdown.
yeah. You got
In the last move slot, like sure, it can be like either Blessed Grounds or All In, something like that. Maybe Epiphany.
Epiphany. Concentrate.
No, it can't be Concentrate.
No, it was a joke.
Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe it needs to be Slush.
Slash. Slash or in slash VPO. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think we've kind of milked everything from this comp that we could. I am glad I fought you first because you know, I feel like I had the least chance of beating you. So now that by losing to you, I've got all this new info, and I've got potential to like beat the other two. At least high armor. Gucci, I'm sure even if it was a 5v1, he would still just manage to 5v or sweep again. All in slash. Okay. Well, I guess this was it then, huh?
I guess so. It
The
has
video,
been super fun.
the battle is only like 15 minutes, but the video will be an hour. Just an hour of combo. You know, I definitely do enjoy those videos, but I'm worried about editing the audio. But every time I like fade out and you need to come back. But I'm sure I'll have time after the anyway. Um, th- Thank you all so very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's not your turn yet. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Make sure to watch the Little Pop Run because it should have released at this point at the time of watching this video. Jotun, say goodbye.
Alright, bye.
Okay, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!